Cheers, folks. Time to talk about alcohol. But first, a public service announcement. I want to tell you about the two different forms of ADH. The first one is alcohol dehydrogenase. That's an enzyme that's involved in the metabolism or breakdown of alcohol. This was reviewed in the first video. ADH is also the acronym for the hormone antidiuretic hormone. Antidiuretic means anti-diuresis. Diuresis is peeing. So this is a hormone that your body produces to stop you from urinating all the time. The reason why I'm showing you this now is because I want you to understand that one of the effects of alcohol is that it decreases the production of the hormone ADH. And when you decrease ADH, you increase urination. Why is that important? To let you know that the symptoms of a hangover are largely due to dehydration. Decrease ADH production, increase urination, increase dehydration. Symptoms of hangover. End of public service announcement. Let's talk about absorption and metabolism of alcohol. Alcohol can be absorbed from the stomach, as well as the small intestine. There are different factors that influence absorption of alcohol, including the concentration of the drink, the amount of alcohol you consume, and what's present in the stomach when you're drinking. When you drink alcohol on an empty stomach, it's going to be absorbed much more quickly, it's going to get into your system more quickly, and you will feel the effects. If you intend to be out for a long time and you want to remember what you were doing, you are encouraged to have some food in your stomach at the beginning of the evening. One of the videos that you will look at, the narrator suggests having something to eat before you drink, and then you see somebody eating a large pizza. You don't need to eat a large pizza, maybe just a slice. But if you have something in your stomach before you start drinking, alcohol will be absorbed more slowly from the stomach and probably more from the small intestine. Wine and beer get absorbed more slowly than distilled beverages. Carbonated alcoholic beverages seem to get absorbed more quickly. It could be because the bubbles or carbonation increases the pressure in the stomach, forcing alcohol into the bloodstream. And carbonated beverages and drinks with mixers seem to relax the pyloric valve that connects the stomach to the small intestine, and that increases the rate of alcohol absorption. On the left, we have the organs of the digestive tract. So you can see that alcohol gets to the stomach before it gets to the small intestine. This is one of 3 videos I ask you to look at: Your Body on Booze, The College Health Guru, and a short video on what's referred to as the Asian glow, how a decrease in an enzyme that metabolizes alcohol leads to vasodilation and flushing. There's a difference between alcohol abuse and alcohol dependence. Alcohol abuse is a pattern of heavy or continued drinking, and it becomes linked to health problems and impaired social functioning. But alcohol dependence is a physical dependence or addiction to alcohol. It's characterized by a loss of control over its use. What happens is that the body changes how it responds to alcohol. You develop a craving, a tolerance. What happens is the alcoholic needs more and more alcohol in order to feel the symptoms, in order to feel the way they used to do on less alcohol. And what happens is when they do not get alcohol, they develop withdrawal. And the most severe form of withdrawal syndrome is referred to as the DTs, or delirium tremens. This is extreme restlessness, sweating, disorientation, and hallucination, the DTs. Causes and treatments of alcoholism: there are genetic factors involved in becoming an alcoholic. There is a disease model that AA uses. They believe that alcoholism is a permanent, irreversible physical condition, that once you're an alcoholic, you are always an alcoholic. I hope to remember to ask you what you think. Do you think someone who has been an alcoholic and is recovered should be able to have a drink? Whether or not it's possible for them to have a drink? I don't know what I think. So I'd like to know what you've thought about this. Treating alcoholism, you may have heard this already, the first step of recovery is to recognize you have a problem. Options include detoxification. This is because alcohol is a toxin. Your body detoxes alcohol before it metabolizes the food that you eat. Alcohol is a toxin, not processed food. Alcoholics Anonymous is a treatment that works well for people. These are the folks who say that you are always an alcoholic and that there is no cure. Psychotherapy and counseling has worked, as well as pharmacologic treatments or medications. Disulfiram or Antabuse is a medication that inhibits the enzyme that converts ethanol into acetaldehyde. And when acetaldehyde builds up in the bloodstream, it causes nausea, sweating, flushing, vomiting. So people who are taking this medication, if they drink alcohol, they're going to get very sick. I like to show this picture because people feel differently after they drink certain types of alcohol, even if it's the same amount. It has to do with something called the congeners. This is, pun intended, cocktail chatter. Congeners are what give these different beverages their dark color. And the metabolizing of congeners is related to the severity of the hangover. So some people will feel much sicker after drinking red wine than after drinking vodka. I'm not encouraging you to see what works for you. When we get to this part in class, we have some poll questions to look at some myths about drinking. See you in class.